Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to a very awesome YouTube video. Apologies for how I look right now. I look kind of crappy, but you know, that's whatever. But today's video is going to be pretty awesome. Obviously, you can probably tell I'm using my phone to record this because we are going to be doing a case swap, which is something I'm really excited about. And I can't wait to get this video out to you guys. I'm really excited for this. Finally, I've gotten myself a new PC case. So this video is kind of going to be documenting, you know, obviously doing the case swap and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around and show you guys my computer right now with the case that it has, as well as the new case that I got. Alright, so this is my current computer case right here, and we're going to look at this a little more in depth a little bit later on in the video. But this is the current computer case. As you can tell, it's nothing crazy. It's a CyberPower PC case, which is kind of terrible. But the story behind this computer is that a friend of mine had a computer like set up that he didn't want anymore, and he sold it to me for $750. So specs for this computer will be down below in the description. I got a lot of stuff with this, including a microphone, keyboard, mouse, 2 monitors, all sorts of crap came with it. But as you can tell, the case is lacking. Let's just say that the case is very much lacking. It's pretty dusty on the inside. The guy was a cat owner, so in fact, if I just pop this off somehow, if you look at that fan, it looks really terrible. He was a cat owner. I didn't realize that this fan was as bad as it is. But essentially, this fan's pretty much broken. It makes a really loud noise when it turns on. It's really just crappy, as you can tell, and it has a bunch of fucking cat hair and dust in it. So if you guys can hear that, that is the top fan on the PC making all that noise. I'm pretty sure the bearings on the fan is bad. Fan obviously does not sound good. And that's not the main reason why I wanted to switch cases. I really just don't like this case. I don't like the cable management in the back is absolutely atrocious. As you can see, this panel even sticks off a little bit because there's literally no room for anything back there. And it's just a really just terrible case. I mean, it's missing dust filters up here. It just looks awful. And that's where the new case comes in. This is the Fractal design Meshify C dark tempered glass. I got some of the things off it right now. As you can see, I got the manual, some thumb screws, and the screws that are tempered glass, and the accessories right there. So that's the case that this build is going into. And as well as putting the case into this build, obviously I wanted to get some more fans. So I have two Corsair AF140 Quiet Edition 140mm fans. These are red LEDs, so they should look pretty cool in the build. This one actually has red LEDs, this fan as well as the two fans that are in the front, and even the CPU cooler all have red LEDs. So I figured, you know, if I'm going to put this whole build inside of here, in this case that I can't point at because I don't know how to move my camera, I figured I'd get some more red LEDs to really complete the red theme that I really do like the red theme, so I kind of just figured, you know, might as well continue with it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything laid out there. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start working on this thing, and then in between, you know, while I'm working at it, I'll pull out the phone and we'll take a look at the progress and whatnot. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video because I know I'm going to enjoy it. I'm really, really excited for this new case. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got the computer case open, and there's pretty much the build. 1063 gig, i5 6500, nothing crazy. But yeah, as you can see, it's a little dusty in here. It's not too good. There is like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's, I'm gonna try to focus on that. There's some cat hair right there on the motherboard power, which is just stupid. Pretty much stupid, just to say. So I am going to be dusting this out, but I figured I would go ahead and just try to get all the components out of this computer first before I move on to dusting everything and then putting it into that build over there, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and start disassembling this PC and getting everything prepped. And this camera, for some reason, this is a Galaxy S8. I don't know why the camera quality looks kind of rough to me, and it doesn't really freaking zoom properly and focus. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get this thing assembled and I'll update you guys in a little bit. Alright, figure I'll give you guys a little update. I think the light on my phone is actually on. I'll try to make it a little better. So far, hooking out the SSD and hard drive, power supply, as well as the graphics card. So pretty much all that's in here right now is the motherboard. His case is pretty much almost done. It's almost over for this guy. No longer will he be what I freaking use. Piece of garbage case. We're going to be moving on to that bad boy over there. So I might wait on the motherboard and just get like the power supply and stuff in real quick. So yeah, so we gotta go ahead and update you guys. That's the current progress I've made, getting some stuff out of there. So let's continue on, shall we? Mess, guys, but this case is pretty much done, I believe. Here we got the motherboard, which is actually a lot smaller than I actually really thought. Like when everything was in there, the motherboard didn't really look too small, but it is a pretty small motherboard. But I plan on at one point upgrading to Ryzen. This is a Skylake board with an i5 6500 in it. This cooler looks fucking massive on this thing. It looks like I didn't get all the dust off this thing either. I'm going to have to continue dusting that off. But yeah, one step closer to getting everything in here. Get the power supply, get that out now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and probably get the 2 fans installed on this build before I decide to put, well, before I put in the motherboard and all that. So here's a little update for you guys. Let's move on. Alright guys, so here's a little update for you guys. A lot of time has passed since the last clip that you guys just saw. And things haven't been going exactly as planned. So the PC is actually assembled. It's over there, powered on right now. As you guys can see, the case is in the background, but we have some problems. Something I didn't quite look into, and this is on me. I should have inspected all this shit before I went to buying the case, but essentially this motherboard is pretty bare bones. It only has one fucking system fan header. It has one fan header for the CPU fan, which, funnily enough, the CPU was not plugged into that header. It was plugged into the system fan header. I don't know why. Maybe he wanted to be able to control the temperature. I don't know if you can control the speed of the cooler with the CPU cooler header, but it was plugged into that one, so I plugged it into the CPU header, and I noticed that I only had one fucking fan port, and I have 4 fucking fans in the build. I have one for rear exhaust, I have one as a top exhaust, and then I have 2 140 intakes, the Corsair ones I'm using as the intakes. So I don't have the ports to power the freaking fans. So that kind of, everything just started going wrong at that point. Like, it was so bad. The room was messy. My phone wouldn't even let me record a video. I went to like update you guys, and my phone just said video failed, and I'm like, what does that even mean? So everything just started going wrong. So right now I have the build running. Temps are pretty good right now. Pretty low temps at the idle, 30 degrees Celsius. Not too bad at idle with just one fucking fan running. So I have one of the intake fans running at the front of the case, and I have the case open, and of course the CPU cooler is running, because you gotta run that at least, like, come on. So unfortunately that really pissed me off. I was really mad about that. And another problem I ran into is for the USB 3.0 front headers, the USB 3.0 ports on the front of the case, the cable actually won't reach the motherboard. The cable is too short and the motherboard is too small, so the cable won't actually reach up there. So I don't have front panel USB 3.0 ports right now, and that's a little aggravating. That's a little aggravating. So those are the 2 main problems right now with the case. As far as the USB 3.0 goes, it's whatever. I don't really use it anyways, so I'm not gonna fucking worry about that. But what I had to do is I actually had to order some Molex to the like Molex to 2-pin, 3-pin fucking, I can't even think of the damn name they're called right now. But basically, the power supply has a really long cable that has 3 Molex connectors on it. So I had to order like a little like Molex to fan header connector basically. So once that comes in, I can connect one fan to the system header, and then I can connect the other 3 fans to the Molex connector. And that should solve my problems. And if I hook that up and that doesn't work, I might have a stroke. I might have a legit stroke. So as of right now, that's what's going on. So we have to wait 2 freaking days for the fan, that little part to get here. Be here on Saturday. Right now it's Thursday, 8:40 p.m. So gotta wait on that. So the next update you guys see will be, you know, 2 freaking days from now, and once that's done, we'll take a look at the full build and everything looks. But as for now, I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and I'll see you guys in 2 days. But for y'all, it'll be like 5 seconds, but for me, it will be 2 long days of making sure my computer doesn't overheat and catch on fire. Alright guys, so apologies for my appearance right now. I totally did not just get out of bed, but I figured I'd go ahead and record the final few parts for this case swap video. So finally, everything is done. The cable that I needed to order came in, and it worked. I've done cable management, and the build is pretty much all done. So what I'm going to do now is we'll show you guys the back of the case and then the front of the case. We'll look at the cable management and whatnot, and then we'll boot it up and take a look at the system once it's actually fully running. Alright guys, so here it is. Got the phone light on the front of my phone, so hopefully lighting will be a little bit better. So yeah, here's the back of the case. Not the greatest cable management in the world. As you can see down there, I probably could have done a little better, but honestly, by the time the cable came in, I was pretty much just ready to get this thing up and running fully. So as you can see, this right here is the cable that came in that allowed me to plug in the rest of my fans. So what I decided to do with that is actually make use of the cable ties. So as you can see, I did cable tie it to the back of the case, so it sits nice and flush with the case. It's not the the greatest looking thing in the world, but it does work. I wasn't able to use this right here. This is actually a bracket for installing and mounting your SSDs. Unfortunately, the only SATA power that I have is all connected as one, so I had to install both my drives down there. And as you can see, the cables are a little bunched up, but it works. It functions. It's not too bad. I don't think it's that bad. This is the CPU power. And as you can see, there's like a yellow mustard cable extension on it because the actual cable there is kind of the problem I ran into with the USB 3.0 header, which is right here. I couldn't plug that in because the cable was too short. Same with this. The cable was too short here, so I had to use that extender that luckily did come with the case that I bought to actually get the CPU power up there. I was able to get it up there, but it was so stiff and tight that I was afraid it was going to put too much stress on the board and the actual socket where you plug it in. So I didn't want to chance that, so I did decide to use that extender. But yeah, that's the back of the case. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the case. Alright, if the camera would actually focus, this is the front of the case. Not the best, obviously, as you can tell. The SATA cables are red. The only ones I had, they look a little rough inside the case. But there's the two front fans, the 140s. And then we got the motherboard and the GPU power and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Not the best. Probably could have done a little better with cable management and whatnot. I probably could have used a cable tie right there for the front panel connectors, but oh well. Everything's complete. Doesn't look too bad. Temperatures are great. It's all good. Alright, so we got the build all up and running here. Monitors are on and everything. And yeah, honestly, I think it looks pretty good. Here you can see the two red LED fans. If you take a peek back there, you can see the other fan and whatnot. So all the fans are spinning here on the top as well as the back, which you can't really see because I don't know how to use my camera. But yeah, everything is good. The build is done. It all works, and I am very happy. Well, everything works except for these guys. These guys right here, these guys don't work because that cable wouldn't reach. But it doesn't matter. The build's complete. It works, and I'm happy. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it. The case swap is over. So it's currently 3:25 a.m. on April 23rd. Just thought I would go ahead and film this little ending to the video. Now, why am I doing this at 3:25 in the morning? I honestly have no idea. It looked like shit, but that's okay. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Was it the best case swap video ever? Definitely not. I probably could have done the filming and stuff like that a little bit better, but it worked out. The case swap went okay. Obviously, there were some complications. I almost said compilations. That's not the right word, but there were some complications with the build, obviously. Mainly with the case fans. Had to get that other cable. Took a little bit to get here, but it came, and it got everything sorted out. Everything worked. It works now. The build runs. Temperatures are so good, man. Idle CPU's at like 25 degrees, which is it's fucking awesome. Temperatures are great. Airflow is great. Everything's good. After I got the cable, everything worked out. As said in the video, obviously I can't use my front USB 3.0 ports because the freaking cable didn't reach the motherboard. Maybe I'll try to figure out a solution to that. I don't know. I don't use the front, like I never, like even on my other desktop, the other case, I never really used the front panel, you know, USB ports for anything. So yeah, the build's pretty much done. As you can see, my room is still a freaking mess. The Fractal design case is, it's over there. You can see it on the floor. My room is just a freaking disaster now after doing all that junk and unboxing everything. And my room is a freaking mess. So I'm going to have to clean that. It's 3:27 now in the morning. I can't freaking talk already. This is a pretty terrible ending to this video. But if you guys enjoyed this case swap video, let me know down below in the comments and whatnot. Like I said, everything works now. It wasn't really hard either to do it. Obviously, I do work in a computer store. If you guys didn't know that, I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest. There's things I definitely don't know very well about computers and putting them together and whatnot that I will be working on, obviously, to make myself better at this whole thing. But I think it went pretty well. There really wasn't anything really complicated with doing the case swap, like at all. Honestly, the hardest part for me personally was trying to make the fans straight, because I don't fucking know how to straighten things. I can't make straight lines work. I don't know. Even if I draw, like if I had a ruler and I tried to draw a straight line, it would still come out slanted. So I had one case fan that somehow was like slanted. It kind of made me a little mad, but I got all the case fans sorted out. Got the fan cable situation sorted out. It's 3 freaking 30 in the morning. Cut me some slack. But I got everything sorted out. It really, honestly, wasn't even that hard. Anyone can build a computer, for one. If you've never built a computer before, you don't think you can do it, you can do it. Look up some build guides if you need to. You know, it's a pretty straightforward process. It's not that hard to build a computer. And I didn't even build a computer. I just swapped cases. But yeah. As for future things go with like PC related stuff, I definitely want to do a GPU upgrade for one. I have the 1063 gig card right now. That's not going to cut it in the future most likely, so I'd like to get something a little better. And I'd also like to switch over to Ryzen, probably the new Ryzen chips that just came out, or CPUs I guess I should say. They just came out, the 2700X, that kind of stuff. It'd be great to switch to one of those. It'd be a little rough money wise to switch to that, or get all that stuff done, because GPU prices are still crazy. We'll see what happens when Nvidia launches their next line of GPUs, if that will be this year. I'm pretty sure it will be. If it's not, well, oh well, I'll just look like an idiot for saying that. But it'd be great to get all that upgraded, and I'll definitely be doing videos on that stuff, like of course installing a new motherboard and all that kind of stuff. I'll be doing videos on that as well. It's a little pricey, and I got some things I gotta pay for right now, so the case is all I could really afford right now. So yeah, other than that, I have nothing else to really add. Like I said a little bit ago, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video, comment down below, let me know what you think of the completed build. Obviously, cable management could be slightly improved in the front of the case where you can see everything. But other than that, I think it went great. If you want to see some more videos that are more about like computer related stuff, let me know down below in the comments. I've been thinking about trying to get my cousin to come on here and do some PC stuff with you, boy. I think it'd be pretty cool. But if you want to see any more PC stuff, let me know down below in the comments. I'm freaking tired. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm gonna end this, I'm gonna edit this, and I'm gonna upload it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I finally had the courage to get up and leave. I finally had the strength to say goodbye to your debris. It doesn't take a smart person with a degree to know what we had was fantasy, but I couldn't see. I was so blinded by emotion and how you showed yourself. When you pushed me to the side, I was hurt like an unfinished book on